This hearing almost ended before it even started. The prosecutor was ready to dismiss the case because the victim hadn't appeared, and without that witness, there wasn't much they could do. But then, just seconds later, everything changed. The victim walked into the courtroom, and suddenly the plea deal was back on the table. It just shows how unpredictable court proceedings can be. One person's arrival completely changed the outcome of this entire hearing.
State of Michigan versus Alexis Yurden, 25-03476. Nolly, for this case, people are moving to dismiss without prejudice due to lack of necessary witness, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Doyle represented me that his client intended to plead, but I can't in good conscience take that plea knowing that we would not be able to proceed unless the witness appeared on Zoom without me knowing. I have not been able to get a hold of her. Of course, we have the right to reissue, as everyone is aware.
So, in case you didn't hear that, Ms. Yurden, they do have the right to reissue this case against you, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Doyle?
Oh, wait, hold on.
I was just going to say.
It sounds like the witness is here. I have not, I called her.
Victim, I'll say victim.
Okay, I apologize. It sounds like the witness is here.
Oh,
So,
victim is in the courtroom. So there was an offer?
yes, we made an offer in which she would plead guilty to count 2 with.
And Mr. Doyle, how is your client proceeding?
My client will be pleading guilty. There was also a killer boot for no upfront jail.
And this is a recent change in my courtroom policy. Please have to be in person now. I am going to allow her to proceed via Zoom, but she'll appear in person for sentencing. Well, actually, I can just sentence her today because she does have me. Okay, so Ms. Yurden is going to plead to count.
Once the defendant pleads guilty, the focus isn't on proving the crime anymore, it's on understanding it. She openly admits posting another woman's intimate photo on social media without permission. That's not just a mistake made online, it's something that can follow a victim for years. Screenshots spread, people remember, and the emotional damage doesn't simply disappear because a post gets deleted. Her admission makes one thing clear: this case isn't about whether it happened. It's about how the court should respond to a violation of someone's privacy and dignity.
To count 2 of, is that dissemination of sexually explicit material?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is that correct, Ms. Yurden?
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. Okay. And you're sitting in a car, you're not driving, correct?
Right.
Okay, and is anyone else in the vehicle with you?
Not at the moment.
And so you understand that the offers for you to plead guilty to count 2, that the people will dismiss count 1, and that there is a Killebrew, which is a sentencing agreement of no upfront jail. You understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
You understand that by pleading guilty, it could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer, or you may need to put this on a future job application.
Yes, Your Honor.
As to count 2 of intentional dissemination of sexually explicit material, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Is that because you believe you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Doyle, you can order your client.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Ms. Yurden, on or about July 10, 2025, do you recall that date?
I do.
And what did you do to make you guilty of this offense?
It actually wasn't on that day. I believe it was like June 28th, June 27th.
Okay.
That time.
Yes.
And I shared a picture that she had sent my fiance and creepers, and then her naked picture, and then her face on my story on social media.
Okay, and she didn't give you authority to submit or post her nude photos on social media?
Correct.
And you agree that she's above 18 years old?
Yes.
Yeah, and I believe that's sufficient for a factual basis.
Any questions from the prosecution?
I apologize if this was asked. Did this happen in the city of Lansing?
Yes.
The people are satisfied with the factual basis.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Any objection to immediate sentencing?
No objection to immediate sentencing, Your Honor.
Does your victim want to make a statement?
Your Honor, the victim does not wish to make a statement.
You can make allocution.
This is where the hearing becomes emotionally complicated. The defense describes the defendant as someone who was trapped in a toxic and abusive relationship and says she's been in therapy ever since. If that's true, those experiences absolutely matter. But at the same time, another woman had her private images exposed without consent. Courts often have to deal with situations where multiple people have suffered harm. The challenge is separating someone's painful past from the choices they made. Sympathy for a person's circumstances doesn't automatically erase responsibility for their actions.
Yes, Your Honor. I would just indicate for the record that Ms. Yerden is taking accountability for her actions. She's a single mother of 5 children. She's been in therapy since this incident. She's getting over a toxic relationship, toxic and abusive relationship. But nonetheless, she's taking accountability for her actions in this case. I'll just ask that you take all that into consideration.
I mean, Your Honor, if I may be heard, I would just say, obviously it's not lost in the court. This is a very serious crime, even though it's not reflected as such in severity given to it by the legislature. It's the kind of thing that's humiliating for a person and just never fully goes away. So I would request that the court consider that.
Ms. Jordan, did you want to make a statement?
I do, Your Honor. I would just like to say that I did commit this crime, and I do understand that is a serious offense. I am not the same person, nor am I in the same space that I was when I did this offense. I was in a very, very toxic and a very, very, very abusive relationship that I am currently pressing felony charges against my ex-fiance for. And that is why the victim has waited several months to even press charges, is because it is in retaliation to this case and is punishment for me trying to get free and have safety from him. I do believe that everything being done is a direct correlation to what he is telling her to do and what she is being directed to do by him to punish me for standing up for myself. But
This is easily the defining moment of the hearing. The judge isn't questioning whether the defendant committed the crime anymore. That part is already settled. What she's trying to figure out is whether the defendant truly understands the impact of what she did. Every time the defendant shifts the focus back to her abusive relationship or suggests the victim had another motive, the judge pulls the conversation right back to the victim's privacy. That blunt question about how she'd feel if her own intimate photos were posted online wasn't meant to embarrass her. It was meant to force empathy. Whether people agree with the judge's delivery or not, her message is unmistakable. Accountability starts when you stop explaining away the harm and start acknowledging it.
Let me interject, because I'm very lost, because based on your factual basis, this was your fiance, and you said that there were pictures that this woman sent your fiance. And now, as you're making your statements, it doesn't, I didn't think when you said that it sounded accountable, but it definitely doesn't sound accountable now. Who is the victim to this person that you allege to be your ex-fiance?
I am the victim.
No, you're not the victim. You are the defendant.
I mean, no, not in this case. But
No,
I'm saying
talking about in this case.
Okay.
What relationship does this? Is Miss Riggle?
Yeah, she's his ex-wife.
Okay. So she is his ex-wife. They were not married at the time of this alleged incident, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. And they have children in common?
They don't.
They do not? Okay.
No. Him and I have a child in common.
You and him have children in common. Okay. And so your belief is somehow that this case is stemming from her attempts to retaliate against you?
Correct.
Retaliate for what?
Because I am pressing felony domestic violence charges against my ex-fiance for 2 violent, ferocious beatings that he did that we are currently also going to court for.
So what does that have to do with Miss Riggle?
Now they are back dating. And
how do you know?
Oh, she comes to all of the court hearings and stuff when where I am subpoenaed to go to for my other cases, and he tried to bond out to her house. So
How
she
do you
comes.
know he tried to, oh, wait, you were at court and you heard him try to bond out to her house?
Yes.
Okay, and so because of that, you formulated in your a belief that the reason why she's pressing charges for you putting her nude photos on public social media is all because you are now an alleged victim in another case, not because
Right.
you put her private body on social media.
I would just like to point out that the pictures were
No,
posted in
I don't want you. I don't
June.
want you to point anything out to me. I want you to answer my
Okay.
question because I'm trying to get you to understand what you're saying makes no sense.
Okay.
Would you like it if someone put your vagina on Facebook?
She did, Your Honor.
No. Did you like it?
I didn't care, honestly.
You don't. Oh, you don't care? Okay. Well, the average woman cares. The average woman has enough self-respect that they don't want their private body parts publicly exposed for any reason.
Right, and I
So
understand that.
I'm happy to hear that you are in some counseling, because if you don't care that someone would post your private parts on social media, then you really got to do some deep soul searching. So I don't think you're at a place where you can take accountability, because I don't even believe you're being honest about whether or not you care that someone posted your body on social media.
I mean, I took the plea deal. I'm telling you that I did it. I'm telling you the correct dates that it happened. I'm taking full accountability. I'm also
Correct.
just giving you the
You're
full
justifying,
scope of
but you're
the
also
picture.
justifying. When you
I'm not
justify your
justifying.
behavior, this is retaliation. You're saying that's retaliation. You have now gotten into the mind of Miss Riggle, and you have now telling me what she's thinking.
Due to
Because
the
now
late charges being filed, I do believe that
and
it's.
you know what the victim is thinking.
I don't. I'm just giving you my perspective, Your Honor.
Yeah. So my perspective is, regardless if whether or not it is true that she is pressing charges because she's now upset that you are pressing charges against whoever this wonderful gentleman is that you all are arguing over, I disagree. I think that this behavior is egregious. And I think that you should be more focused on the fact that you found yourself in a situation where you were creating this energy, and you're going back and forth, and you're now taking a criminal charge, and it all stemmed from you being in a relationship with someone that you clearly should not have been in a relationship with.
And I realize that, and that's why I've been going to therapy. I'm completely trying to put all of this behind me. I don't care about any of them. I just want to be done with the entire situation, which is why I'm taking the plea. I stated I'm not that person, and I'm not in that spot anymore.
In the end, the judge decides that probation, not jail, is the appropriate sentence. But this isn't simply a warning. The defendant is ordered to complete anger management, continue counseling, stay employed, avoid contact with the victim, and comply with probation for 8 months. It's a reminder that accountability can take different forms. The court appears to recognize the defendant's difficult circumstances while still making it clear that violating someone's privacy has real legal consequences. Whether this sentence feels fair is something viewers will probably debate, but it's ultimately the balance this court chose.
In that spot anymore.
Okay. Are you employed?
I am.
Full-time or part-time?
Full-time.
Okay. I'm going to order her to do 8 months probation. While on probation, you're not to have contact directly or indirectly, okay?
No problem.
You're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior. You're not to be at any bars or nightclubs. You are required to maintain employment and provide evidence of that to probation. I am going to order for you to participate in anger management group and provide evidence that you are seeking counseling. Okay. You're not to possess any firearm, ammunition, or weapons of any kind. Do you have any questions about your probation at this time?
How soon do I report to the probation office?
So you're going to come in within the next 48 hours to go see them in person because you're not here today. Normally, I would send you directly down there
Okay.
to check them. So you'll also be able to report monthly via Zoom, okay?
Okay.
Lastly, there's fines and costs, a $75 crime victim rights fee that must be assessed with a $50 state minimum cost that also must be assessed. Probation is assessed $30 per month for oversight fee. So if you do 8 months, that's $240. So your total fines and costs will be $365. You will make monthly payments on that, okay?
Okay. If I want to pay it all tomorrow, can I do that at the probation office too?
You can absolutely pay it all tomorrow if you would like. If you are all set, don't forget to check in with our probation within 48 hours, okay?
I will not, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.